pieces that.
Yeah, I think another safety in the mix playing would definitely do that. You know, and I think we have the two young guys from last year who did a good job on special teams, so expect those guys in that conversation, or anybody that we might add in the draft or free agency still. But we like the moving parts. We like that. That would help us.
John, do you still
change from signing Marcus Williams to the biggest safety deal to him ending up being benched during the season? What do you think changed for him that led to that, I guess, decline?
That's a good question. I wish I had that answer. It's probably a lot to that. You know, it's hard to understand. But by no means do I think that he's not going to play really good football going forward. I've even said that before. I thought it would happen even last year at one point. So he's a talented guy. He's a very conscientious person. I was really just impressed with the way he handled it. I thought he handled it like a pro and like the good person that he is. He was a good teammate, and he'll do really well going forward, I'm sure, somewhere.
John, do you a lot of talk this offseason about Mark Andrews' status? Do you fully expect him to be on the team, and have you kind of talked to him throughout the offseason, given how his season ended last year?
Yeah, we've been in contact, back and forth. I mean, it's not like guys want to hear from me every day, any of them. Coach, you call me again, But Mark's in a good place. He's working really hard. I do fully expect him to be playing for us next year. He's just too good a player. I mean, obviously, with any player, there's always that. Any player, it's just coaches, players. It's National Football League. That's part of the deal with things happening. So I never could say anybody. But Mark would be one of the few guys I would expect not to be here. So we'll see what happens. But I fully expect. My plans are that we've got Mark, we got Isaiah, we got Charlie, we got Pat Ricard, all in place doing all those jobs.
John, can I ask you just really quickly about the tush push? I know there's been a lot of talk about it. I know you guys have been using with Mark Andrews. Kind of what your thoughts are on it.
Yeah, well, we like we said here a minute ago, it has to do with safety. So the doctors have some concerns. I think we just want to hear more about how the doctors feel about it in terms of there's not a lot of those plays so far. So if there's potential for a wrong kind of injury, then then that we'll have to think about that. If they feel like it's safe or it can be made safe or whatever, then fine. But if it's safe, then it's a football play, so we have no problem with it. If there's a problem with it, safety-wise, then we need to consider what they're talking about. That's where we're at.
Do you think that's the general sentiment? I mean, that if there's no safety issue raised, that people will be reluctant to vote it out?
I don't know. That's a great question. I haven't really polled. I haven't done a poll on it. But if they have it still in the game, we'll still be doing it with Mark. And if they take it out of the game, then we won't. And that's pretty much where we're at with football-wise.
I have a question more about something the NFL is focusing on in this meeting is expanding girls' flag football.
Right.
And the Ravens have spearhead that in Maryland. Just what are your thoughts on the importance of that initiative, especially given the landscape and opportunity in women's sports right now?
Hugely important. Big fan of the flag football initiative, men and women. And probably because I have a daughter and a wife who both tell me that they just disappointed they didn't get a chance to play. I think Allison would have been a heck of a lefty quarterback, and Ingrid would have been a heck of a quarterback or a wide receiver or wingback or something. She's a pit bull. She might have been a corner out there, playing man coverage. So that's the sentiment I hear from from both of them and from their, Allison's friends. Is like, man, I wish they'd have had that when I was coming up. I would have loved to have played. So, yeah, that's just a great opportunity. It's a great game. Flag football's fun, man. And did you play in gym class coming up, right? You spin away and take the flag away. I think it's awesome.
What are your thoughts now about the possibility of it being in the Olympics and them holding it maybe in July and having NFL players? Would you be in favor of losing some guys in training camp to the Olympic flag football?
I didn't hear about that.
I know.
No. I'm afraid I got a quarterback that'd probably be pretty good at it. So, I'm not big. No, I'm not that excited about that. No, honestly. I mean, I do. I'm a big American. I believe in America. And I want gold medals. But...
There's a limit.
There's a limit. That's right.
John, we're not supposed to talk to Eric here. Have you guys talked to Lamar at all? I mean, there's a lot being made about his contract again. Which is fine this year, but does get up next year. Has there been any effort from the organization to try to, deal with his contract or maybe extend it?
Right. There's been conversations about that internally, I know. How far along that is or whatever, I don't know. But I definitely think it's an obvious point that you're making. That's going to continue to have to be addressed, really, with all those guys. I mean, you just got to kind of manage that dance, the salary cap dance, and Lamar is the main part of that because he's the franchise player. So that's a possibility, I think. Sooner or later, definitely is going to happen.
Is it hard to put a value in one Lamar?
Yeah, I mean the value is the top. I mean when Lamar gets paid, he's going to be the highest paid player in football. Just like he was last time.
Yeah.
I think every contract he signs, probably until he decides to hang up his cleats, he's going to be that guy.
Since we're on Lamar, you look forward to seeing his acting debut?
I am looking forward to it. That facial expression that is in that clip, I've seen that look before. He's looked at me that way a couple times. It's a tough look right there, So, yeah, he's got the face of an actor, man. We just don't need to get too excited about the acting too early. Let's finish the football first. But I know he feels that way. So.
You mentioned, broadly speaking, we try to get better every year. One of the things Ronnie Stanley says the other day was other week was we've got to stop, shooting ourselves in the foot, or get out of our own way. Is kind of how we phrased it. When you hear that, or when you look at step back from it, what do you think you guys need to ultimately do? Is it as simple as, turnovers? Obviously, Bill's game was a big story there. Is it as simple as that, or is it much more nuanced than that?
It's both. It's as simple as that, and then chasing that is always nuanced, So that's a theme that we've had here. We've had for 17 years is get out of our own way, be on the same page. We really want to be as in sync as we possibly can in everything we do. We try to chase every detail in terms of things that are important. Winning football, we call it. The winning football intangibles, the impactfuls, the importance to winning. Those are things you want to be great at. And you're not going to be great. You're not going to necessarily be perfect at all those things in every game, but you want to chase perfection in every area. So you get into a game and things don't go your way. You get unlucky. The ball doesn't bounce your way. You make mistakes. The calls don't go your way. Whatever it might be, you're still so good in all the other areas that you're able to overcome those things and find a way to win the game irregardless. We've been able to do that a lot because we've won a lot of games. And every one of these games is really important and impactful. In the playoffs, we haven't been able to put it together for 3 or 4 games to win the Super Bowl championship, and that's the hard thing. That's why only one team does it. So we understand that. That's the way it's set up. But we want to be that team, and we're good enough to do it. So we want to find a way to do it. So the challenge there is the not simple part of it is setting everything up in a way that makes those things that we're intentional about those things every single day. So when those moments happen, in the biggest moments, it's something that we've been doing all along, and it's normal for us. And then we have the best chance to have it go our way in those games. And that's what we're really talking about right now as a coaching staff, is the best way to intentionalize all those things so that, in those big moments that we can follow through and get to the end.
John, I know you say you've been talking to a lot of players and everything, and you said you talked to Justin at the around the combine. Have you talked to Justin lately, and where's kind of his mind right now?
Right. I haven't talked to him for a few weeks. I do need to give him a call because he's on my list, on my rotation. But I haven't tried to make it anything more than the normal conversations we would have. It's just there's nothing else I can talk to him about besides we've had that one conversation about it. So it's just kind of in that mode right now.
Hey, John. The news about Michael Pierce's retirement. I know you have some depth there, but does that at all change how you guys are coaching this offseason in the draft?
Well, yeah, because we got to make sure we've got a good, solid defensive line. So the good news is the draft is really deep there, and there's also some options. We can bring some guys back. I like our guys too that we could bring back. I'm very confident we're going to have a good front. But I'm happy for Mike. What a great career. I mean, look where he came from. What he accomplished in football. One of the best, one of the best people, the best guys that you'll ever be around. Just love that guy. And when he got that interception, man, I mean, it was just the best. What a way to go out.
I wanted to ask Matt Weiss, just the allegations against him right now. How do those jive with the person that you knew, that you employed for so many years?
Yeah, just really shocking, surprising. Didn't see that one coming. Found out about it the same time everybody else did. Don't know what to make of it. Just feel really bad for the people involved that were affected by it, especially his family and the people that were the victims of that. Love Melissa and the kids. Yeah, it was really just a disturbing situation.
Since you came to the league, mock drafts have gotten a lot more popular. I'm wondering if you and Eric find them valuable tools to prepare for the draft, or if it's just like people now have a lot more opinions about who you guys should pick.
No, we do. Eric uses those to a great degree, the mock drafts, because it gives you a consensus basically on how the players are viewed, and it gives you an idea of where the players are going to basically be taken. So we look at those pretty thoroughly.
Is that something you guys develop internally, or are you looking at the public consensus?
Well, we're looking at all the different things that are published. I'm sure there's a lot of phone calls made too, especially by Eric. I don't really do that. I'm sure he does some polls himself, but there's so much information out there. It kind of gives you a pretty good view of how the draft is viewed.
John, you had a record-setting year offensively, but the continuity you were able to keep with obviously Lamar, but Todd Monken coming back, T, the nucleus of players you have, how much you feel like this offense still hasn't reached its kind of its ceiling of what it can do?
Well, I'm definitely banking on that. I mean, we're really looking to take the next step, the next iteration, 3.0 as we called it, to get this to the point where we're doing more things better. So we want to do more, and we want to do it fundamentally better. Those are two conflicting kind of principles or goals sometimes, but you got to chase conflicting principles. You got to chase things that are seemingly at odds with one another to be highly successful. So we're trying to figure out ways to do that with the system, the way we're building the system, and I'm kind of excited about where we're going with it. I'm very excited, and the continuity is a big part of that.
Along with it, how does Lamar just keep growing? I mean, it seems like every year he just keeps leveling up.
Yeah, I mean, he's supposed to. He works hard, and he's got a growth mindset, and he wants to be better, and that's the thing. That's what I love about Lamar Jackson. He just wants to improve all the time. He's never satisfied. And he talks about winning the Super Bowl, and when he wins a Super Bowl, not if, but when he wins a Super Bowl, he's still not going to be satisfied. He's going to want to get another one, and that's just the way he's built.
Lamar's built that way. He's going to improve as he plays, but how much of that is coming from T. Martin? What specific things has he improved in Lamar's game?
Yeah, well, T's day-to-day with Lamar. T is a great coach, and he's a great person, and they have a great relationship. And T has coached quarterback. He's coordinated offenses. He's played quarterback at a high level. All those things I think really factor in. But he's also really just highly organized. I mean, he's got a great system for teaching the quarterback. So I think he does a great job, and it's a big part of it.
When it comes to re-signing Ben Cleveland, is that a depth move? Can you provide a bit more insight on that decision?
Yeah, re-signing Ben Cleveland I think was just a good, smart football move for us. He's done everything we've asked him to do. Like when he comes into games, he plays solid football. He's versatile. He can play both guard spots. He can play center, and you can even put him out there at tackle, and he hangs in there. Which he's not built to be a tackle, but he hangs in there. He goes in as the extra lineman sometimes at tight end and blocks. So, that's that. And he wanted to be here. He wanted to be with the Ravens. He appreciates his role. He's on field goal protection. He's probably the best field goal protection guy in the league. I mean, nobody talks about it, but he's great at that. So he's a good guy. As far as the situation he had, that's to be determined what the punishment will be for that, and he understands that. We understand that as well. But that was a good, solid football move for our team.
John, being the second longest tenured coach in the league now.
Still?
Wait, I know. I mean, what's it take to continue to have the passion, the excitement, for this type of job?
Yeah. Well, I mean, how can you not? Like, I just think we have the greatest job ever, and you guys love what you do. Like, you're here, you're having fun, right? It's a great environment. I just love it. I love every part of this job, even the things that are hard, even the disappointing moments. All the great moments we had this year, we had disappointing moments too, especially the one at the end. But I felt disappointed, but I didn't feel bad because I was proud of our team. I was proud of the way they fought. I was proud of what they accomplished and what they achieved, and I felt connected to the guys, And I think as long as you feel that connection with the guys, and I also feel like there's a lot more to do. Like I feel like I have a lot more to prove. Our team has a lot more to prove, and I feel like I have a lot of good ideas, and our group has a lot of good ideas. We're still growing big time. I just feel like there's no stopping us, and can't wait to try this stuff out next year. So as long as I feel that way, I think I'm going to keep coaching.
Do two more.
Sure. Coach, I was another table. Sorry about that. But I want to know your feeling about Lamar not winning the MVP.
Well, he's my MVP. I can tell you that. Lamar Jackson, to me, is my MVP. But he has been every year. So he had a great season. He's a team player. That's what he cares about the most. And that's what's most important to Lamar and to all of us. But I'm always proud of Lamar.
Sean, would you like to see Henry? I think the Henry is their priority to get Henry extended too.
Definitely in the conversation. I know that's been talked about, and I'd love to see that get done as well.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right, great.
John, real quick, are you joint practices, or is it too early to know? Because you don't know your any camp schedule.
Are we allowed to announce that yet? No. We've been working on it. Sasha's been working hard at that. We have a pretty good idea how it's going to go, but we're not allowed to announce it yet. So I guess it's not finalized. All right, great. Thanks.
Yeah, John, I always think of when you talk about managers and coaches,